welcome back to my channel. I am taking a break from dating, but it doesn't mean that we can't speak about it and talk about it and help each other. Today, as the title suggests, I'm going to talk about the best apps here in Japan, or the most commonly used, and what each one is for. So I'm going to give you a little mini breakdown. This is just my opinions and experiences, so don't take it too much to heart. I'd recommend to try them out for yourself. I'm just trying to give you a guideline of what I feel these apps and websites are like and which ones are best for what. We might as well start off with one of my favorites, but also one of the apps that I loathe the most, and that is, Tinder. Tinder was actually promoted here in Japan as a friendship app, which is crazy to me because in the Western world it's not promoted to find friendship, it's more for dating. However, after using it for some time now, I've realized that people do date a lot on here. Not only dating, but also searching for F-buddy or, you know, a little fun fling. It's standard where you have to fill out your age and your name and information like that. However, I have found profiles that don't have their age on, which is really bizarre to me because I thought it was a legal thing. I would always recommend to verify your age because that lets people know that you are legitimate, because you don't want to get into no legal troubles in a foreign country, guys. Like, we are not trying to get arrested out here for some foolishness. Protect yourself, protect others, be safe. They also state whether you've been vaccinated or not, so that's an option if you're interested or care about that. Kind of a pro and a con, that it's very easy to match with people. I've had a few conversations with my foreigner friends, both female and male, and they've said that they've had no problem. I feel like the pool's a lot larger. It's a much more of a well-known app. It's a bit of a hit and miss if you match up depending on what you both want. I think they could do a little bit better on that. However, they are doing these little segments where they'll send you random questions about your favorite movie or Halloween season or Christmas. Like, what do you like to do? What do you enjoy most? What's most important to you during Christmas? And then they'll match you based off those answers, which is a nice new fun addition to the app. So it is slowly changing and adapting. It's a potluck with Tinder. I feel like I've had the most interesting interactions on Tinder. You could get lucky like some of my friends have and be in like a long-term serious relationship. Even I've got lucky and I found like a long-term friend on Tinder. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, but you know this person. There's a lot of F-boys. It's fun, but it can also be a pain in the ass if you are looking for something serious. Just don't know what you're going to get. But that's the fun of it, especially if you're new to Japan. Give it a go. You might find some crazy ones on there. Not that kind of crazy, hey, I'm a fun guy kind of crazy. You will get a lot of ghosting. It's a lot harder to find Japanese men who speak English on Tinder, but that's kind of a given, right? We live in Japan. So the way that it works is you can put your location in and it will search whoever's in a certain radius, and you can extend or retract that radius area. If you are a little bit afraid of having that language exchange, I would recommend to go to somewhere like Bumble. I'm a bit of an old school person. Yes, I'm a bit outdated. I do enjoy when the man pursues me. I like to get the messages first. For Bumble, as a female, you have to make the first move. It's kind of like Tinder format where you swipe what you like and you'll match, but your time is limited, and I think it's limited to about a day. You can extend, but I think you have to pay for that. You're the one that has to make the move first, so you have to comment within that time limit, so it's kind of pressured for the female to make the first move and say something first, which I find is interesting. And if you are confident and like that kind of dynamic, then I would say Bumble is probably more for you. Just a bit like Tinder, I do feel that people do ghost and don't reply, even if you do reach out first. But I feel like Bumble may be new to the Japanese scene and a lot more foreigners are on there, and Japanese people who speak English. So if you are afraid of using your Japanese language level or skill, then Bumble might be a little bit more easier for you, but it might take a lot longer to find the matches that you want compared to Tinder, where it's just like there's a whole heap of guys, constant flowing pool of mess. On the flip side, if you do want that Japanese language exchange, I would recommend to use something like HelloTalk. HelloTalk is a language app. That's what it's built for. So it is built for just usually friendship or searching for a tutor or having a friendship where you can communicate in each other's languages depending on what you're looking for. My first relationship did begin off HelloTalk, and we did have a language exchange, but it didn't last long. We got together fairly quickly, so it does work when it comes to dating. Not everybody is going to be searching for that. There's a lot of people that literally just want to learn your language and want to have friends, but that's for you to find out or for you to message. And they've got a nice little translation feature on there as well. So if you click the sentence that they've written and you're struggling, you're like, I really can't understand what they're trying to say in this sentence, it will translate for you. So that's a nice little thing. Another handy thing is that you can see what languages they are trying to study, and what their language level is. So it's a level up bar, and it will tell you how advanced they are or how basic they are in their language level. So that's really useful too if you're into that. I've been on a few dates from HelloTalk, and I feel like it's a nice way to ease yourself into learning about the culture and learning about the language as well. It's a nice excuse to meet up and say, oh, let's have a language exchange. And it's beneficial, to be honest. You're learning each other's languages, and you get to go on a date with a hot guy or girl. But yeah, like, fun. You have an option to put your memories there, which is kind of like a diary. You could put photos and caption it with the language that you're trying to learn. I've done that a few times. Some people don't fill in their memories, so you can't really get to know much about them, and the profile is pretty limited. You like have a bio and that's it, and you can choose whatever you want to put in the bio. So it's not like you have to fill in your age, your name, the location, what country you're from. I feel like there's a lot of younger people on HelloTalk and a lot of married people on HelloTalk who are searching for language exchanges, and a lot of business people. A lot of people use it for free language lessons. So just be careful. Some people put their age, some people miss it out completely. Let's move on to the more serious things. So if you're looking to seriously date, you're not looking for an F-buddy, friendship, just to learn the language, and you're looking for a serious relationship, I'd recommend to go to something like Cupid Japan, JapanCupid. Okay, anyways, it's one of those ones. For that app, you have to fill in a lot more information. It's a lot more serious. You put in your age, height, weight, hair color, eye color, beliefs, star sign, zodiac sign, employment, all kinds of information, and it goes a lot more deeper, and it matches depending on what you want. If you want someone to be a smoker, a non-smoker, work out, go to the gym. So it's very specific. Some people don't give a crap, right? They don't fill in anything, and they're like, it's good, I like everyone, I just want somebody. I'm very picky, that's not me, but you can. I like that point about it. However, what I dislike, which are the cons about this app, is people take crappy ass pictures. Now, I've already made a video telling people off about Tinder, but I think I'm gonna have to do another one about this website. The profile pictures are always crappy. So I'm like, are you even a real person? Because if you took the effort and the time to fill out this profile with all these details, why do your pictures suck? Like, I wanna see you clearly, I wanna know who you are. There's a healthy balance between foreigners and Japanese people. Even when you do find somebody that you can connect with or feel like that's your kind of person, contacting is limited. So you can only literally write about 3 lines of something. You have to pay to communicate, which is annoying. To be honest, I don't really like this website anymore. I feel like the people I've met there have been a disappointment. I've had people on this website try and ask me if I can hook them up with a Japanese woman. They want to marry a Japanese woman because they're trying to get into the country, which I found was ridiculous. A better version of this, I believe, and a bit more up-to-date version where you don't find old pervy men. OKCupid, and that's quite popular in the Western world also, and I feel like ones that are popular in the Western world usually you can find more foreigners if that's what you're looking for. What I like about OKCupid compared to the other one is the questions that they ask you are a little more fun, and they ask you loads of questions. As you complete things, it tells you the percentage of what you've completed of your profile. OKCupid is another paid website. However, I feel like it's easier to communicate with people, and I do like the layout of the profile. Even putting pictures in, it's more aesthetically pleasing. The questions are good, you know, they get to know you a little bit more. Another thing that I like about OKCupid is you can put deal breakers in. Not flexible, that's what you want, and if they aren't into it, goodbye. I like that app and I like that feature, although I'm kind of flexible because I feel like when it comes to dating, especially interracially dating, you have to be flexible on some things. But people have their morals and their principles, and that is fine. But I like that feature that you have the option to say, you know, this is my be all and end all. So bear that in mind. But I feel like if you're really looking for a serious relationship and you want to kind of like sift through the BS and the people who are looking for anything other than a relationship, you might want to try a trial or giving it a go and paying for it. However, your girl don't pay for no apps, no websites, no nothing, okay? If I'm gonna get a man, I'm gonna get a man my way. I haven't used Pairs, but I've heard of it. If you guys let me know if you've used it here in Japan and if you think it's worth dabbling into. I do know that there's Grindr for the LGBTQ community. I'm an ally, but I'm not in that community like that, so I don't know about the features. Maybe someone will make a video on that and bless you on how it's like in Japan. That is a hint I want to know, so please do it. 9 Monsters, which I've heard of, which is a dating app too. However, a lot of people use Tinder anyways because you can put in your preference of what you're looking for. So yeah, and it's probably the same for Bumble when it comes to the LGBTQ community. People are still very conservative here, so I feel like dating is a lot more harder for that community. Do your best, honey. Doesn't mean there aren't people out there. It's just going to be harder to find them. Like,頑張って, you know, do your best. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully this has given you a little bit of an insight onto what the apps do, which ones I think are the best. My top 3 are probably Tinder, HelloTalk, and Bumble. They all kind of serve a different purpose for me. But Tinder's still my favorite because it's just fun. It's fun. I need to stop using it. I'm taking a break right now. Just add anything to the conversation, anything that you think is important or interesting for them to know about an app that you've had experience using. That would be very helpful. We're trying to help each other when it comes to anything, including dating. And head over to Instagram because that acts as a second channel to me. And if you do enjoy my content, I've got vlogs for you, I've got reactions for you, I've got cooking for you. What more do you need? I do it all, people. So if you have any requests, please let me know. You need to stay. It's time to join the crew, join the community, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and until next time, Fァイト, 頑張って, peace and love. Bye.